I'm here with Mihai Cimpoesu, Chief Engineer at Mattereum. Mihai, welcome. What is it that you do at Mattereum?
So at Mattereum, I am in charge of engineering, which essentially translates to writing smart contracts all day long, and also the layers that sit on top of smart contracts for some of our clients and partners. That's what I started with, and actually built an app that I just presented at the conference. Did a demo of it. It actually worked. Yeah.
So what is it that Mattereum tries to do?
So Mattereum is a standards and quality assurance platform for legally enforceable smart contracts. Essentially, we are working with some of our partners for now, building bespoke solutions for them of both smart contracts and the legal pros. And we call this pair a Ricardian contract, which our chief scientist, Ian Grigg, invented about 20 years ago. So essentially what Mattereum is doing is bringing Ian's vision to reality a bit later than he hoped, but now we have the
He's still around to enjoy it anyways.
Yeah. And we now have the building blocks in order to achieve his vision. We have smart contracts, we have programmable blockchains, and we can actually implement multi-party business workflows that go beyond the trust barriers of companies.
Okay. How, in simple words, how would that work, enforcing a smart contract, legally enforcing a smart contract? Because the law already exists, right?
Yes, the law already exists. So the problem that we are seeing is that the establishment, the institutions like courts won't recognize the legality of a smart contract as being a contract, a valid legal contract right now. We are kind of looking towards the future, and we're seeing that maybe happening in 10 years. But until then, we've found a middle ground solution, which is essentially pairing a smart contract with a pros contract and have the actual pros contract represent the intent of the parties, how they want to do business with each other, and this is the important part in a contract, is the intent.
And the pros contract is the type of contract that they've been used to for a long time already,
yes,
right?
It's an instrument that is recognized, and it's perfectly valid. And also, contracts nowadays, even before the smart contracts, have been delegating functionality to software systems, and this is what we are doing. We are essentially, from a pros contract, delegating some of the functionality, the workflow, to a smart contract.
Okay.
And this is what a judge, or in our case an arbiter, will have on his table when he's looking to resolve a dispute. And this concept of decentralized arbitration is another thing that Mattereum is bringing. So we are putting the seeds of an arbitration association that will only handle disputes arising from blockchains and smart contracts.
So this is a different model from the courthouses and the traditional way of having law spoken.
It's not very different. It has some differences in the sense that they will specialize in resolving disputes from blockchains and smart contracts, but it will be the same people doing the same job. We are now working with a few very senior barristers, arbiters, and judges from the UK who would like to do this job, and we are providing the training, the expertise, essentially bringing them up to speed and ensuring that technical expertise, when they are looking at a smart contract going wrong, is there.
So is this then also limited to the UK laws?
We are
jurisdiction?
Starting with common law countries. an English, based on English law, but we are not limited to that.
Okay. What are some of the technical challenges that you're facing trying to bring this further?
The technical challenges right now are mostly related to the tools that we have at our disposal. So like the Ethereum blockchain can only handle a few transactions per second right now, and we are essentially discussing with our partners projects that have very large ambitions, like Visa scale kind of ambitions. Visa only handles payments, but we want to handle agreements at that scale of transactions per second. So we're not there yet with the tools, with the blockchains. The scaling is the bigger problem that I'm seeing.
What about the ecosystem? You've been working on this for a while. You've been interfacing with legal people, so that extends the ecosystem beyond developers. But how is the ecosystem as a whole doing, in your opinion?
People are very enthusiastic, I can say that. I've been interacting lately with a lot of legal folks, lawyers, companies, barristers, judges, and they're all very enthusiastic about this new technology, about the vistas that are opened, and new ways of doing business, new ways of modeling interactions. So everybody is looking forward towards the evolution of the technology. Me personally, I'm looking forward to the Microsoft speech today, which will reveal more details, hopefully, about what they call COCO framework. I think that is a tool that will enable a lot of business workflows to be modeled.
Okay. Looking forward to the blockchain hackathon, how do you think that can help develop the ecosystem?
The ambitions are very big here. As far as I understand, more than 500 people will be gathered together to work and create new ideas and projects. A lot will be developed out of that. I've been in a few hackathons until now. Actually started going into this Ethereum space by winning a hackathon. So hackathons are important, and they're a very dynamic and inspiring few days to be in.
What would your top tips be for somebody who's preparing to take part in a hackathon?
Talking about developers, I think they should kind of line up their tools and be prepared with the entire stack that is needed. Starting with the smart contracts, maybe on the Ethereum network, be familiar with the truffle framework for quickly developing, iterating, and testing your smart contracts. I just presented at the conference the stack that I like to use for developing consumer-ready mobile apps using blockchain applications. They rely around the Ionic framework for developing mobile apps, backends written in Nest.js, and both of these technologies use the AngularJS architecture, and so all the code is written in TypeScript, very easy to write. Also focus on UI, because this is what people will use. Although your smart contracts will be smart, the thing that people will see is your UI. So bring your UI people in the team. They are important.
Okay, thank you very much.